Hey, friends and family, thanks for tuning in to tonight's Thursday Night Thought. Tonight's thought is all about how you can raise your level of faith in order to meet your expectations or surpass them, because this is a power in our lives. And I want to share that power with you through this week's message. And it's this: dispel the thought that great force is necessary on your part to will what it is you desire to create. For the power of creation is a power greater than you, that is given, not yielded, upon demand. Guidance is channel, and it appears when you let go. Expect and accept, and remember to not raise your expectancies higher than your faith. Powerful stuff, right? Like this idea that we expect and we accept guidance. That's how it works. And guidance is the channel of that greater power of creation that lives within you and I, that we can tap into at any time. So I want you to think of something that you're creating in your life right now, or that you've been called to create. And I'm going to share with you a story and then apply this message to it. So when I was called to write my book, I remember thinking that this calling was something so much bigger than me, right? Like, I wasn't qualified. I didn't go to college. I didn't have a background in writing. How could I be called to write a book? But yet I was called. I acknowledged that part of myself, and I had faith. However, how did I raise that level of faith to get to a point where that book is actually now completed? This is the part of the story that you're going to want to tune into. So I remember writing a mantra for myself, and I put this mantra on my desk and I looked at it every day, and it said, I am a writer. I have been given all the tools that I need to write You and I Incorporated. All of the universe conspires to equip me with what it is I desire to create this masterpiece. Boom. And that was a very inspired moment where these words came through me, and now it wasn't just in my head, it was now something I was visually looking at every day, right? That took a lot of faith to create that. But then the real faith was in action. How did I take what I didn't even believe when I read this thing, okay? I wasn't a writer, but as I took faith and action in the steps that showed up, which showed up through guidance as the power of creation, that's when things started to move. So how did I do that? Basically, I got out of the mind game pattern. That's where I'm at. I'm in the mind. Boom, 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 which I'll go all day long, right? You'll do the same with your mind. You have to stop that pattern and create a new pattern so that you can bring in new awareness. So how did I do that? I did that through dance. I moved my body to music. Some people go out and take a run, go get in nature where creation is living and breathing as you and I all around us. Like, when we bring in that level of awareness, guidance comes. And the beautiful thing about guidance is it's not advice. It's not like God said, okay, here's this, now go figure it out. The beautiful thing about guidance is it took me from the place where God put the dream of the creation in my heart that I didn't even know how it was to be created, to its fulfillment. That's guidance. God is with you every moment of what has been placed in your heart to create. And He wants to work through you. That's the power that is creating it when we tap into the guidance that doesn't come from our mind, but comes from this greater awareness of knowing and being in relationship with God in the process of creation. So I want to tie in a quote that a friend of mine left on my Facebook page this morning. Michael, thank you very much. And this quote is by Hudson Taylor, and it says this. And I'll end on this because this is very powerful. I used to ask God to help me. Then I asked Him if I might help Him. I ended up by asking Him to do His work through me. That's a higher level of faith, isn't it? And we can expect, when we reach that type of level, that creation is inevitable because we're in the power of the Creator. So inspiring and encouraging message this week. I hope it touches you, and I look forward to sharing something very, very special with you next week. So make sure you tune in. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing our next Thursday Night Thought together.